What's going on, y'all? So today we gonna be working on some food plots. I'm about to hop on the tractor and drive down to my uncle's spot, which is like a mile from here. I'm at my house right now, and I'm gonna drive down to his spot, which is, like I said, it's only like a mile from here, and we're gonna be doing a 2 acre food plot. I'm going to be putting in a wild game mix. It has soybeans, sorghum, buckwheat, sunflowers, and cowpeas. Yeah, so that's 5 different things that we're gonna be planting at that location. It's a 2 acre spot that I'm planning to do in the back of a like cow pasture, and I think I got 400 pounds of fertilizer, 200 pounds of seed. Yeah, yeah. I'm over here trying to think that thing through, but I don't know if I'm gonna put the other part in the video. Like I plan to do a food plot over here at my house as well, but that food plot is gonna be 5 acres. So I'm like, it's already about like 12 o'clock. So there's no way I'm gonna be able to do both in the same day. But I think I can run down here. I'm gonna take the harrow, go down there, disc it up. Then I'm gonna go back with the spreader, throw all the fertilizer and seed out. Then I'm gonna drive back down there and hit it again with the harrow just to cover everything up. And you know, whenever I come into some money or figure something else out, I might buy some more equipment to try to move towards the no-till kind of farming. Because from my understanding, everything I've been looking at, the no-till stuff is the way to go. Use a no-till drill and a crimper to like kill off the old crop, and then you'll have like a whole lot of, basically, I don't know if you want to call it a weed mat. Nah, not a weed mat, kind of like mulch on top of the ground. It's like, man, if I get to like breaking this down, this video will be 2 hours long. You know what I'm saying? But that's like a whole nother method that I want to try to get into, but I just don't have all the equipment to do that right now. So the way I'm doing it is disking and then going back and just spreading the seed out and just like praying it grows. I've had years where it's done extremely well, and I had stuff grow to like 10 feet tall to where the deer would go out in the plot and I would like lose them. I couldn't even see them because they was out there and the plot was so tall. Then I had another other years where I went back and did the same thing, nothing grew. So, you know, that's a whole nother debate. We can get into that. I'll be talking for hours about it, because some stuff I look at, they say once you disc, it lowers the pH in the soil. You're actually hurting the soil, and then you'll have to go back and like heavily lime it. So that's one of the reasons that, you know, at some point I want to try to get into the no-till thing, but that equipment is so expensive that but what I'm doing is just not feasible at this point. Maybe at some point it will be, but not right now. But anyway, we're gonna look at the tractor right quick. I'm gonna tell you a couple things about the tractor, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just jump on the road and run down there so I can work on these plots before it starts raining or before it gets too late. So let's get that going. All right, y'all. So this is my granddaddy's old tractor from back in the day. He was a farmer. It's funny to see, like, as time goes on, how things have changed. This big field out here, man, back in the day, there was no trees out here. Even like back on the other side of the field, how it's all woods over there, all of this was open when I was a kid. And my granddaddy had all these fields planted and like all kinds of stuff. All of the fields were planted. But anyway, this is that old tractor from back in the day, and he used to be out here planting on all this land, and I'm out here using it to try to do my plots right now. But I was just gonna show y'all this, man. I always gotta work on this thing. You know what I mean? Something always going on with it. Like this, I think this is a hydraulic hose right here. Yeah, it was leaking at some point. Had to change that out. It was like, it literally was like shooting hydraulic fluid out of here. Had to change that whole hose right there. And I got a new fuel pump. I didn't put it on yet, but I see that the fuel pump has like a really slow leak. So I'm probably going to change that at some point. I had to put a new radiator on here. The radiator was leaking, and the fuel filter kept getting like clogged up, and the tractor sometimes was acting like it wanted to cut off. So I was trying to figure what was going on with that. The fuel tank, these old tractors had like metal fuel tanks, and the metal fuel tank that was in here was completely like rusted on the inside. So I think what happens is the guy that But some, I can't remember who. Oh, it was the old guy that came by one time and he was helping me like look at some of this stuff. But he was telling me that like over the winter, a lot of times if you leave the tank like half the way full, like the top part of the tank that has no fuel in it, it will rust. And then once you put diesel back in it, I guess that rust and everything gets to going through the whole fuel system, and it'll mess a bunch of stuff up. So I had to buy this. I think this is like some kind of a plastic fuel tank because I couldn't find a brand new metal one for this tractor. I looked online. I think I did find one that was supposed to be metal, but it was aftermarket and it did not fit in here. Like it didn't fit at all. I tried to do all kind of stuff with it to make it fit. It did not fit. So some kind of way I ran across that plastic one and it ended up working out. I guess we'll see how it goes over time. But also I had to get this fuel injection pump rebuilt because it was leaking. So man, y'all know how it is, man. Messing with this old stuff, it's about like a car, like an old school car. You always got to work on something. I had to get new tires for the front. They're like going bald. I'm probably gonna have to get some new tires for the back at some point. This one always leaks air. It's got an extremely slow leak, but these tires right here is real expensive, y'all. So I just been putting air in it and riding that. But I'm gonna take the mower off, put the hair on right there, and we're gonna go start working on this plot right quick. And again, like I say, we're going to my uncle's spot. We're gonna do 2 acres down there. You know, the wild game mix, like I said, we got, what was it? It was 5. It was soybeans, cowpeas, buckwheat, sorghum, and sunflowers. I think that's what it is. And then over here at my house, we're gonna do 5 acres. And that 5 acres is gonna be, it's only gonna be soybeans and sorghum. But anyway, let me go ahead and put this hair on and get out of here.
Later that same evening.
All right, y'all. Headed back in here in the dually. I got the seed and the fertilizer on the back of the truck. You might can see it back there. But I'm just gonna drive the truck back here to put the seed and fertilizer out. I'm gonna just like, you know, sit it on the ground until I can come back with the tractor. I just went home and I hooked the spreader up to the tractor. I didn't really do too much filming when I was down there plowing. It started raining a little bit, but I was able to get the field plowed up pretty good. Got it disced up. So I'm in the pasture right now. Gonna just ride back here, put the seed and the fertilizer on the ground, then I'll come back in the tractor and start spreading it out. So I'll probably check back in with y'all in just a minute when I get that going. It's a nice day. Like, it's been cloudy all morning, and man, I just don't know what to believe with the weather anymore, because you know, it'll say it's gonna rain and then it won't, and then they'll say it's not gonna rain and it will. So it was really cloudy, and when I started, it started drizzling. Once I started disking, it started drizzling a little bit, but I was able to get the field disced up pretty good. I didn't use any herbicides, so I don't know how this is gonna go. You know, when I do these plots, I usually try to not use herbicide because the goal is to end up eating the deer. And I don't know if I'm overthinking that, but I don't really want to, like, you know what I mean, eat the deer when they're eating something that's been growing in a field that's got herbicides all over it. But I don't know, that might hinder some of my plots. Who knows? Y'all know how this stuff go, man. You just gotta try it out and see what works. Because I've never used herbicide, and a lot of times my fields do pretty good. I mean, sometimes they do have a lot of weeds and grass and stuff like that, but it is what it is. So Let me drop this stuff out and check back in with y'all in a minute.
Later that same evening.
All right, y'all. So down here in the pasture where we're gonna plant back there. I plowed up 2 acres. The back side is cow pasture, and this is the front side of the pasture. There's no cows in here right now. Probably would be nice to have some cows or something out here. They probably would keep it ate down, because now it grows up crazy. But anyway, I'm about to go load the fertilizer up. Again, it is 400 pounds of 19, 200 pounds of seed. This is what we got right here. Soybeans, cowpeas, sunflower, buckwheat, and sorghum. It's a good mix right now. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna load up this fertilizer, spread that out, come back, put the seed in here. I'm gonna put a little inoculant on the seed. I don't know, but you don't always have to do that. But I've done it before and it's worked out really well. So I'm probably gonna do that, mix everything up, go ahead and get the ball rolling. All right, y'all. I got the 400 pounds of 19 all in the spreader. Got that ready to go. So we're gonna go down here and spread it out. So basically you just drop this lever down and it's gonna open up this little hatch right here so to let the fertilizer start to drop out. And then I'm gonna engage the little, I'm not sure what you would call that exactly. I guess I mainly use it when I'm mowing, but once I engage that on the tractor, this will start spinning and it's gonna sling the fertilizer everywhere. So we are about to go down there, put the 400 pounds of 19 out, and then we'll come back, get the seed, put a little inoculant on it, and do the same thing with it. Let's get it going.
Later that same evening.
All right, y'all. I got the plot finished. Again, I am not an official farmer. I'm not a food plotologist. So this plot is not perfect. There's still some grass in it. There's probably a lot of weeds in it. I didn't use herbicides or none of that. But I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like in just a second. But it's after 6 now, and I think I've been out here fooling with this thing since around like 12ish. A lot of people don't see that part, man. When you're out here planting and doing all this stuff, trying to get ready for this season, it's a lot of work. But we got everything out here. I came back, dished everything in, and I think we should be good to go. So if you are familiar with me from my old page, every year I try to get a velvet buck and it never works out. But we gonna try again this year, y'all. That's why I'm out here planting all this stuff. So well, y'all already know in this spot we got those 5 different plants: buckwheat, sorghum, soybeans, cowpeas, sunflowers. And this is a 2-acre field. At my house, we're gonna do a 5-acre field, but it is gonna be all soybeans and sorghum. Got so many things trying to remember, y'all. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you this plot, and y'all can see, I don't know if you can see it back here. That's the stand that we're gonna be sitting in, hoping to get a velvet buck out here if everything goes according to plan, which it should if everything grows. So this is a sportsman's condo. I think this is the SC2. This is the stand we're gonna be in, and there is let me see if y'all can see it. There's a water hole right here, which this thing hasn't had water in it, I don't think, the past year or two. probably 2 or 3 years, I feel like, when I would come down here, there was never any rain, never any water in it. But we had like an extremely heavy rain where it rained for days, and now that water hole is back full. Once it gets back hot, or if we hit drought status, it might dry up again. But that's great. It's all this thick woods over here with the deer bed. And then we got a big water hole right here. Got my stand up on the hill. And if everything goes according to plan, we're gonna have a big 2-acre field out here growing. And like I said, y'all, is this perfect? No. But will it work? Yes. We're gonna pray though, because I didn't do a soil test on this. I just went heavy with the fertilizer, and I don't know, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But if it doesn't go according to plan, then like I said, man, I'll probably come back, do a soil test. Probably gonna have to hit it with a lot of lime. Bam. I haven't killed a deer out of that stand yet. I was trying to think, have I? But I have not. Not yet. But y'all can see I went back over and kind of dished this stuff in. Some of it is still on top of the ground, but that is okay. Cause when I was out here spreading their seed, man, this seed is everywhere. So even if some of it is still on top of the dirt, that's cool. Cause once it rains, it's probably gonna knock it on the ground. I mean, you could just barely cover it up, it'll still be fine. It's gonna work out. But there's seed everywhere out here. So even if the birds get some or some isn't covered up, it should still do just fine. And the tractor's up on the hill, still got it running. It was acting like it didn't want to crank earlier, so I didn't even turn it off. I'm gonna just leave it running. But yeah, hopefully this is gonna work out, y'all. I'll definitely keep you updated on what's going on and if everything is growing, which it should. So I don't know if I'm gonna add working on the other field to this video or if that's gonna be a second video. But anyway, let me get out of here, y'all. Been out here working all day. About to go home, call it a day. But y'all can go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you be notified when I'm posting some more videos. And holler at y'all later. Peace.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?